Welcome everyone to HFN. Today is the 14th day of March 2020. I want to talk about a video that we did about 3 months ago about Ray Dalio denying being short the stock market back in November of 2019. And to do a follow-up from that video to see precisely how the market has actually played out and if Ray Dalio actually knew about what was going to happen March 2020. If this is your first time watching our video, hit that subscribe button, like and share the video on, as well as follow us on the other social media platforms, i.e. follow us on the Gram, Facebook, Twitter, and even on our own website at HueFinancial.com. Supposed to be doing a live video on our website this weekend, but we're not going to do that because of some other pressing issues that we got to deal with. But for the moment, we still have opportunity to give you all the news according to the charts. So now, this is our YouTube channel right here that you guys are looking at. And you can see that we did a video about Ray Dalio denying being short the stock market about 3 months ago, right? And today it's time for us to update you all on that particular video, because we told you in that video that the market doesn't have any friends. And for the Wall Street Journal to come out with an article stating that Bridgewater and Associates are short the stock market, Ray Dalio had to come out to rebut that statement or that article, and he did just that. But we always have the price history to reflect on who was actually telling us the truth. All right. So this article came out November 22nd, 2019. Bridgewater makes $1.5 billion options bet on a falling market. World's largest hedge fund takes on a big bearish trade. Founder Dalio says the firm's overall position on the market isn't negative. Now we know that that is not the case. I highlighted that Bridgewater and Associates LP has bet more than $1 billion that the stock markets around the world will fall by March, said people familiar with the matter. Based off what occurred recently for the month of March, and you all have known that the S&P 500 has halted trading twice this week. The world economy is literally crashing because of the because of the coronavirus. How did he know that back in November? CBS also covered this story back in November of 2019. And I wanted to show you something that they wrote in this article that substantiates that Ray Dalio knew what was going to happen in March. Right here, Dalio has in the past few years has become one of Wall Street top experts on China. Where did the coronavirus originate based off the media? Wuhan, China. Cultivating sources high up in the Chinese government, according to his writings. Bridgewater could be hedging against a scenario where mild worries about a continued trade war between the US and China, slowing the global economy, turn into a panic over the next few months. He knew about this. Ray Dalio knew that the coronavirus was going to occur and hit the global markets as a trade war bullet. Did the Chinese government give Ray Dalio a heads up, showing them precisely that, hey, the coronavirus is going to come out and it's going to be our way to offset the trade war between the Chinese and the American government? Ray knew about it. If he is considered to be one of Wall Street's top experts. Now, I wanted to look at a tweet that Ray Dalio did on his official Twitter page back in November 22nd of 2019. The Wall Street Journal wrote an article that said Bridgewater bets big on market drop. It's wrong. So either he's lying or he's trying to fog up the picture about what really is true. I want to make it clear that we don't have any such net bet that the stock market will fall. We explained to Juliet Chung, the author of the article, that to convey us having a bearish simply means that they're looking for the market to move lower of the stock market would be what? Misleading. No, Ray, it looks like you were the one doing the misleading, but it was done anyway. I believe that we are now living in a world in which sensationalistic headlines are what many writers want above all else, even if the facts don't square with the headlines. But the headline, Ray, from Wall Street said that you had a bet of more than $1 billion that the stock market was going to fall by March. That was pinpoint. That was accurate. Look, here we are, March 14th, 2020. And this past week has been very dramatic movement to the downside in the global economy. How was that misleading? You can't believe me, or you can believe the Wall Street Journal writer. I hope you have come to know that you can believe me. Now, Ray, based off the facts from the last 3 months, the Wall Street Journal has more credibility in this situation about you or Bridgewater placing a major bet that the market was going to fall, because that's precisely what happened. So I hope that you will come and recant these statements that you wrote in Twitter back in November 22nd, 2019. It all adds up that you did know, in fact, that the market in S&P 500 is going to move lower. And here's the history right here. Started February 21st, 2020. Beginning of March, which is right here. Okay, so let's see how much the market has fell from the first day of March to the current day today. All right, so let's see. So this is March 2nd. Okay, this is the futures. I'm going to extend it down lower to where we closed on Friday. 13%. Now at the very bottom, which is down here from yesterday's trading, the market hit 2,400 points. That is 22% market move from the first day of March. Now, if we transpose this to when the market actually started to drop to the low, that is almost 30% market drop from the high all the way to the low from yesterday's trading day. But you telling us that you didn't know that, and that you wasn't expecting the market in the S&P 500, even the global economy, to move lower. Ray Dalio, that hurts your credibility. Now I understand, because on that video that we did right here, we told everyone that there's no friends in the stock market. There's only one true friend that each and every one of us have. And that's right here, the price chart. The price chart shows you precisely what the market has in store and tells you precisely that this is where undoubtedly Bridgewater was taking in profit. He had to come out with his tweet to say that the Wall Street Journal was misleading, because if everyone else got wind that he was short the stock market, guess what? Everybody else would do the same thing. And everyone else, and Bridgewater would not have no one to profit off of if everyone tiptoed on the same side as they did. So while the market in the S&P 500 and the Dow back in November, back in November 22nd, the market continued to see those higher prices. And all of that was just a ploy to continue the narrative that the market in the global economy was still strong. So while that article came out in November, you guys can see that the market continued to make all-time highs, only to create this. That's the only purpose. Ray knew about that all the way back during this particular time period, just to create this profitable situation for them. So I wanted to simply come in and show you all that don't get it twisted. These individuals, these hedge fund companies, they do not want us to know the information of what they're planning on noticing and seeing. This is Basali. He is another individual who characterized the bet that Bridgewater did as a hedge, but not an outright bet that the market will fall. But he also said that the size of the hedge was unusual. Look at this here. This is what Basali also wrote or stated. Looks like they are hedging against some sort of significant risk. They knew about the coronavirus. They knew about it. Simple. Because they prepared before the market actually, or the world got wind of this virus. They prepared for it. That's the only way that anyone in the market is able to accumulate profitability and at least maintain it, is pre-positioning yourself before the market actually moves. This is what they precisely did. This is exactly what they did. They pre-positioned themselves to profit off of this coronavirus pandemic. While everyone else was being fed news on CNBC, Fox Business of making all-time highs, of how the stock market is strong, the economy is strong during this whole period, Bridgewater and Associates were pre-positioning themselves for this move right here. This is the whole point of trading, pre-positioning. So this is just simply an update from the video that we did back here 3 months ago about Ray Dalio and Bridgewater and Associates, and how he has some explaining to do of the misleading tweets that he stated, and most likely an apology needs to be done to Juliet Chung, because she was actually right. You guys Bridgewater did have a bearish view of the market, and not just the market, but the global economy. Even CBS mentioned that Bridgewater Associates was trying to create a big windfall for the fund and its investors if the stock market were to plunge before the end of March. Here we are, midpoint of March. So are we done? Ask Ray that question. So just wanted to update you all on that particular video. I just felt like it needs to be updated in regards to what actually occurred from our video that we did on the 22nd of November. And again, make sure you join us, hit that subscribe button, like and share the video, and I'll see you all on the next one.